The Tigers have extended the contracts of two young Cubs overnight, with Sam Banks signing on till the end of 2027 and Liam Fawcett signing on for another year, taking him through to the end of 2026. Both really, really great signs and signings for the club. Sam Banks, it's an interesting one going to 2027 because that's when the whole Tassie thing comes into play, and he's obviously from Tassie and would be of severe interest for them, I dare say. It could also be a relatively smart business transaction as well from club and player. And there's probably going to be trigger clauses within that contract that if he hits certain KPIs, it triggers an automatic 1 or 2 year extension, something along those lines, similar to what Seth Campbell had, I think, this year. But it sounds like the club might be trying to override that and rewrite him a fresh contract and reward him a bit better than maybe what the trigger was going to reward. But for Banks, couldn't be more proud of him, and he's thoroughly earned the extension. I mean, at the start of the year, it kind of felt like we weren't sure where he's going to fit into the side. I personally, along with a lot of others, had him earmarked as a wing role, which I still don't mind that as an idea or a concept. But then, we obviously see Jaden Short go down, and whilst players missing football through eye-related issues is never a good thing, it obviously creates opportunities as well. And we saw some small glimpses of Banks playing at halfback at various stages throughout his very short career so far. But what we've seen in the last month or so of football, he's averaging like 23 to 25 disposals. He's often our biggest meters gain player, and he's really just settled into that role nicely, and he's showing some great run and dash off halfback. Probably needs to pull the trigger a little bit more. He's probably been a bit gun-shy the last couple of weeks, but that's just an experience thing. And the Swans game, we were pretty bad as a collective, which probably didn't help either. And he's starting to do a bit more work and looking a little bit better in the defensive elements of the game as well. But it's no secret that a halfback flank is one of the most vital positions in AFL football these days. You need someone who's daring, who's aggressive, who can run and carry, and is a good user of the ball. And he ticks all three of those boxes. And we've said for a while now, we'd heard for quite some time that the club internally really, really rated Sam Banks and was always very boyish about him turning into something really, really good for the club. And it seems like it's starting to eventuate now. So he could be leading the way from his draft class from a Richmond selection perspective. But I'm really pumped for him that he's got this extension. It gives him the confidence that the club believes in him. He obviously believes in himself, and hopefully he'll run with that and kick on to bigger and better things. So we're looking forward to a massive back part of the year for Sam Banks. And Liam Fawcett, this one honestly surprised me a little bit. You might all remember a week or so ago when we had our Wednesday night live show with EJ and CB and Grock, and we were talking about the future of Richmond, what the side might look like next year, who may be traded to list to look for other opportunities. And I think universally all of us thought that Liam Fawcett may not be at the club next year. And that wasn't driven by the club wanting to get rid of him, because we always felt and had heard that we really love what he does. It was more about, would he want other opportunities elsewhere because of the player types we've brought in? And I remember saying on that show that if he's to hang around, it's going to be because he backs himself in to get a spot ahead of other people. So then to hear him come out today and sign a 1 year extension, whilst 1 year is still obviously very short term, to me, it's showing that he's backing himself in as a footballer. It shows the club's backing him in as a footballer to cement himself and to find and to force his way into the 22 in some way, shape or form. And I truly, truly respect that, because Forset's got some great tools and great ability. We saw the game he came in for when Tom Lynch was out. Did a great job. Kicked a long-range goal, presented well. He's obviously got some good size. He's quite athletic and mobile. And was a little bit a victim of circumstance with being dropped again. Didn't do anything wrong whatsoever. It was just that Lynchy was back, and that's the path we went down. But even at VFL level, he has shown a lot of consistency with his attack on the ball, his goal kicking. And in more recent times, which I think is what is now the appeal to the club and for him as a development piece, is he's shown to do some backup ruck work as well at VFL level. And this is a new string to his bow that he's added recently. And from what we're hearing, it sounds like this might be his ticket into forcing his way into the side, showing he can do some backup ruck work. I'm not so much thinking short term, although he's probably going to have to on a 1 year contract. But I wouldn't be shocked if the grand plan was if he was able to back up ruck to someone like Sims in the future, if he was number one ruck, for example. But a whole lot of different ways it can work. It obviously then pulls into the equation the question mark around potentially Tom Lynch and his future. Is he going to retire? Would he explore options elsewhere? I'm not sure why he would do that, to be honest. But I've always said that I think we need Lynch to play on again next year to not lose another mature forward. If he doesn't, for whatever reason, then it also makes further sense why you would keep someone like Forset. We've obviously got Lafau as well, who's a mature age player. But Forset definitely has the tools to be an AFL footballer. It's just going to be all about opportunity. Can he force his way into the side and grab the opportunity? He's competing against guys like, obviously, Jonty Fall now, Harry Armstrong, Tom Sims. So there's a fair cluster of tall forwards, Lafau as well, who can all do some really good things. And I love that they're all ultra aggressive. So they've all got that real hunger and, yeah, those kind of traits that make good key forwards. But props to him for signing. I think it's great that he backs himself. And you know what? As a supporter, I want to back him in too. So well done to Liam Fawcett and to Sam Banks for re-signing with the club. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you happy with those signings? Would you want more years, less years, or whatever it might be? And hopefully we can just get Banks over the line for that Tassie hurdle. And I'll be pumped to see them play some more footy in the back half of the year.